Hey, my name's Rick, and if you're new, a sincere welcome into the channel. This video today is all about the best high-yield savings accounts, a topic that could literally generate you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars with a little bit of upfront work finding the right account for you, and then letting those investments and returns continue to grow way above what most banks can offer. Now, there's so many accounts out there and so much information, and quite honestly, there are a lot of good ones. I did the research and went through the details in each of these, and I boiled it down to what I believe are the best 5. Now, each of the ones on this list could be better for you than the next person watching this video. I'll tell you right now that all 5 are really strong. So the first thing I'm going to tell you about each account before giving you all the fine details that you'll need to know is what type of person this account fits best for. So buckle in, we're gonna count down from 5 to 1, the best of the best high-yield savings accounts. Starting us off at number 5 is Marcus by Goldman Sachs with a 3.75% APY. Now, this is a controversial one right from the beginning because I know there are a lot of you who are big-time Marcus fans. Now, Marcus is a very solid bank, don't get me wrong. Marcus is for the type of person who wants a solid rate, wants some security and a history of good banking performance with Goldman Sachs, and also is willing to take advantage of the referral program they have going on right now, which could potentially juice your interest rate to being tied for the best on this list. Now, I'm sure a lot of you have heard of Goldman Sachs' reputation, so let me explain what their referral system is. Marcus Referred is a program that offers a 1% boost in your interest rate for every person that you bring with you into the bank. They will get 1% in the interest rate, you'll get 1% for a period of 3 months. Now, you can also stack these referrals, not higher than a 1% boost, but as soon as the 3-month in the first referral runs out, if you have more coming down the pipeline, you could theoretically begin to extend this boosted interest rate for as long as you can invite friends over 3-month periods. That would make it one of the best in the country, and it's at a great bank coming from Goldman Sachs. Now, with Goldman Sachs, you're also getting no fees, no minimum deposit, same-day transfers. Very few people have any complaints with the Marcus product overall. It's a really solid, well-running product. And you're getting 24/7 customer service support, which is not something that most of the banks, even on this list, can say. Things that I don't like about it: no physical locations, no checking accounts, no cash deposits. You can use Marcus as a good savings option, but if you want to do a lot and move it in and out with your money, it's not really gonna work for you, and you're gonna get caught up transferring and waiting for transfer times. Finally, there's no ATM network, meaning you can't get a debit card and you can't access your money at an ATM, meaning that if this is not just a savings account for you, you're probably gonna wanna move on to one of the other top banks on this list. Coming in at number 4 is the very popular Ally Bank savings account with a 3.75% APY. Ally has created this high-yield savings account customized around people who are specifically motivated to be able to track their growth of their savings and achieve different goals they have set out for them in front. Ally has this awesome tool called Savings Buckets. These allow you to set goals and see your money grow in your high-yield savings account. You can track your progress over time and use it as motivation to continue to save more to see your buckets fill up. They've done studies, and people who actually use this account, because of the psychological reward of all the progress you see, actually save more money than people that don't. It's a really cool tool inside that I almost guarantee you'll enjoy using. They also introduced a fintech feature called Boosts, where Ally analyzes your savings habits and automatically shifts money into your savings account from your checking that you're highly unlikely to actually spend in the near future. This allows you to kind of optimize your savings to push it into the 3.75 high yield section, so you're maximizing every cent. The other thing I have to say about Ally is they have a 24/7 customer service line. This is a real person you can talk to and get questions answered about your account. There are just a few negatives we'll talk through. Ally Bank does not accept cash. You'd have to open another bank account and then transfer that money into Ally. Part of this is because they have no physical branches, so all of your banking is going to be digital. And the only other thing keeping this at 4 on the list is the 3.75 is not quite as good as some of the others. Coming in at number 3 is an underdog in terms of brand recognition, but a top puncher in terms of the savings rate, offering a 4.75% yield in their Platinum Savings account is CIT Bank. Now this account is specifically for our high rollers out there. You're the ones who already have money to save and can afford to guarantee that you'll park it in an account. Here's why. In the CIT Platinum Savings account, you have to have at least a minimum balance of $5,000 at all times parked in there to achieve their highest rate. To get this 4.75, if you don't have that minimum balance in there, your rate will plunge all the way down to 0.25%, which is basically nothing compared to these other options. So you've got to have that, or else don't even consider this and skip to the next section. Now there are a few things to watch out for. First of all, if I said it once, I'll say it 5,000 times. You got to keep $5,000 in the account to make this a worthwhile premium savings account. Second, the CIT app is known for really not being super user-friendly. There have been more errors and bugs and glitches reported with this mobile app than really any of the other ones, which got fantastic reviews in this list. Now, CIT doesn't have terrible reviews. It comes in at a 4.6 out of 5. There are a lot of user complaints in comparison to the others, which have generally good experiences. For CIT, again, this is another bank with no ATM access and no in-person branches. If you're seeing a theme here, it's because part of the reason that these banks can offer such a high APY is they've cut staffing, customer support, and physical branches past some of the cost of those things onto you in the form of high yield savings accounts. The last thing you have to know is I've read and researched a number of instances where CIT Bank has offered a very high rate to get people in and then drop the rate in a certain account and roll out another feature with an even higher rate that they don't tell their current account holders about, or at least give them enough notice. Something to watch out for, and I'm not saying this is going to happen in the future, but it's experiences other people have had in the past. Now, coming in at number 2, very, very close to achieving the top spot, but just a tick below, is Wealthfront with a 4.30 APY. Now, what makes Wealthfront really perfect for some investors is that they have created a seamless transfer between the savings side of your account to the investing side. They've created a process where almost instantaneously you can move your money from a savings account, which gets a killer yield, right into investing to deploy your cash into the market. Now that's perfect for a lot of people who are sitting on the sidelines right now, holding and saving cash while the market and interest rates are going up and down and up and down. Now, at the right time, they're looking to get that money moving. And this is perfect for you if you don't want to have to open a totally new brokerage account or wait for your money to transfer between one platform to another. You can do it all on Wealthfront. There's a ton more to love about Wealthfront though. They have a feature that optimizes your savings, which will push cash into your savings account that it understands through an algorithm that you're not likely to need or use right away. There's also no minimum or maximum balance you have to carry to get that 4.3%. So those no restrictions feel great. And you can get a debit card to use at over 19,000 ATMs in the United States. Now there is a few downsides. Wealthfront is a robo bank, which means there's no physical locations again, and you also can't write checks with a Wealthfront account. You can deposit cash, but the fee's pretty high. It's almost $6 at some spots to deposit your cash into a Wealthfront account. And finally, I'll let you know, customer service is only available by phone. So if you like using chat and you hate talking on the phone, you're not gonna like Wealthfront. They only have phone support and it's only open Monday through Friday. So it is slightly more restrictive than some of the other great options on this list. Coming in at number 1 is the SoFi High Yield Savings Account, offering a sweet 4% APY. Now, SoFi is the perfect, and in my opinion, the number 1 high yield savings account right now because of all of the quality features stacked together. Not one of them sticks out over the other, but I think it's a super well-rounded package. I also think you're gonna like their welcome bonus. They start you off with a $250 cash bonus in your account if you deposit over $5,000. Now this bonus, combined with all the other quality features and really strong reviews, pushes SoFi actually to the very top because mathematically, when you look it's gonna take you a long time to earn that difference in interest that SoFi will give you if you can deposit at least $5,000 and lock in that $250 to start with. That's a great boost to your account. Now you can move your money between a checking and a savings account, and SoFi actually has one of the highest yielding checking accounts at 1.2% that I've seen myself. They also have a cool tool that they call their Roundup. This is really basically stolen from Acorns, where you can activate this and all your purchases, it'll round up, and then once it hits the nearest dollar, deposit it into your savings account. So when you're spending, you're kind of saving a little bit as you go. It's a nice feature, and it'll make a small difference in the long run. To help achieve your future goals, SoFi offers something that they call vaults. This is almost the same thing as Ally's buckets, where it's really a tech-forward program where you can see your savings growing and assign them different goals to hit, all within one umbrella. So you're motivated, you're making progress, you're getting roundups, and you're doing it at a really strong 4% APY. SoFi has no monthly fees, so you're not gonna get sniped with tiny charges here and there that eat away at your savings rates, and you also have $2 million in FDIC insured protection over your money. So even though it's new and it's a fintech company, your money is extremely protected. Now there are a few things to notice. Check out the different tiers for your welcome bonus. If you're under $5,000, you're gonna be in at a lower tier for that entry offer, but it's still really nice to receive and by far the best entry offer on this list. Know that you'll get access to about 55,000 ATMs that you can withdraw money from, but there is no fee reimbursement. So whatever those ATMs charge you for accessing your cash, you're gonna have to pay that. The last thing to note is this account is good for you if you're willing to sign up for direct deposit, i.e., this is coming from your work or a source of employment into your bank account. Now this is a big restriction because you won't get this high interest rate at 4% if you don't activate direct deposit. I think for a lot of people, you're looking for your permanent savings account and place to house your money, so I didn't see this as a huge drawback, but I know for some people, you're going to want to consider that before activating SoFi. That brings us to the very end of our list. Here's the summary of every single account, where I ranked them, their APY, and what I thought were the best and most concerning features all in one chart. Before we go, there's two things I want you to consider. One pro tip I can recommend is that if you currently have a good checking account or a bank that you like, ask them what their highest yielding savings accounts are. As much as I want you to get the maximum rate with the best features, if you already have something that's convenient, just stick with it and save yourself the hassle. Sometimes a 10th or a 100th of a percentile doesn't really matter in the long run when things are convenient for you. And pro tip number 2 is even if you are a big investor, consider keeping at least your emergency savings account in your high yield savings account. Don't take this to a traditional bank where you get next to nothing on interest because you should have an emergency savings account and it should be growing at least to keep up with inflation, if not more. Guys, thank you for watching this video sincerely. If this helped you in any way, consider leaving a like or subscribing to the channel to come back for more. We'll see you in the next one.